Yo. All right, we are live. So we're going to be doing this live stream a little bit differently today. I'm going to be starting with the reaction. So for the rest of the week, I'm going to go live on Twitch around 4 p.m. Central. We'll chat for 15 minutes and then hop on YouTube and jump into the reaction, then do some Boot.dev stuff. Trying something new. And if you like music or you like my music, go to Twitch. If you don't like my music, go to YouTube and listen to your... Oh, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tuba. Well, I'm feeling pretty drama-free today. We're chilling. So hopefully this can be a little bit relaxing for you. But let's make sure we're live on YouTube, and then we're going to jump in to this article. We're live. Yo, let's go. All right, cool. Let's dive in. The trap of I am not an extrovert. Being an extrovert at work and an introvert in friendship. So the reason why I decided to read this article is because I kind of see extroversion as an excuse, or people that label themselves as an extrovert for why they're not making connections or they're not building relationships, etc. I think it's an excuse, and I think it's a skill you need to practice. It's a skill that a lot of people need to practice. That's my stance on it. So I want to see what, I don't even know the author, this person's stance is. Sprinkle of drama is good, keeps it exciting. That's fair. All right, so let's dive in. It was one of those farewell dinners we had hosted back in college. I was in the third year. I was surrounded by 2 junior batches and 2 senior batches in the same party. And being the elected governor of the club, my job was to ensure that the younger ones learn and have a good time with the seniors. On this one particular night, oh, this song is distracting me. I can't read with the lyrics. On this one particular night, a lot of people were bonding, and it was amazing. But then I saw this young boy sitting in the corner by himself. Let's call him Adita. I worked with an Adita. Is it the same one? You are welcome, Shaw. What's up? It was a bit dark, and Adita was trying to just get by unnoticed. He looked overwhelmed and disinterested. Went up to him with a big smile and a lot of kindness and said, "Hey man, what's up? Why don't you approach and talk to a few people here? They are friendly, you know. You like open source, so maybe talk to the guy pointing to a senior of mine and asking him how he got started." His response that day still echoes in my ear. It felt like a voice coming out of a closed heart, and my words had fallen flat on him. He said with a smirk, "I am not an extrovert." I looked into his eyes and saw the disgust for everyone in the room. Yeah, like, why are you there? There are people like that just do not want to be there. Don't be there. Why are you there? Adita was a proud introvert, as I like to call them. Little did he know that most people in that club were introverts, true nerds. They would rather sit in front of the computer than go out during the yearly college social fest. Yet Adita thought he is unique and does not belong there. Later that year, Adita left the club. So that's the thing. It's like a lot of developers might talk more than you do. And like a lot of them are introverts. A lot of them are socially awkward, or they started out like that. But they're conquering those insecurities and fears and a lot of things that held them back from feeling like they could build relationships. But like, if other developers are doing it, you can do it. I met a lot of Aditas in my life. They sit quietly in one group, but are the loudest in another. They use introversion as an excuse to not grow. What they don't realize is everyone is an introvert and everyone is an extrovert. And I think it's fair to say that there are probably people that are more of an introvert or more of an extrovert. But I do think that conditioning can influence that greatly. And I think that's the part that people miss. It's often an unconscious choice we make, yet for some it is easy and natural, for some it takes a bit more effort. And it's almost like comforting and easy to just like not put the effort in and say it's because I'm an introvert. All these other people are extroverted. Like, I'm just an introvert. Yeah, I'm just like, the reason I didn't go up and talk to the girl, I'm just an introvert. I didn't, you know, like I don't know how to talk to that girl. I'm just an introvert. Like, I didn't go up and talk to that one person that was like, Painting outside. I love painting, but like, I don't know, I'm kind of just an introvert. I kind of just keep to myself. So like, I don't want to go up and talk to that person. And like, it's because I'm an introvert, right? Like it is used as an excuse significantly. Why go to a club with an attitude like that? Exactly. Like, why are you there? Honestly, like I talk about like go to meetups and stuff like that, but I don't push it on everyone. Like if you don't want to go to a meetup, there are other avenues to like build your branding as a developer and build connections. Maybe some people do it better online, but why are you there? Be an extrovert at work. In the traditional meaning, everyone should be an extrovert at work. But there are two big challenges with this. First, people don't know what that means. Does being an extrovert at work mean you need to shout good morning to everyone like a human alarm clock? No. But if you want to try, let me know how that works out. Does it mean I should be shouting at every single meeting? Does it mean I get to speak the most in conversations? The second challenge is the misconception that communication should be natural and effortless. While the reality is it takes effort to communicate and drains energy for everyone. Now, I would argue, I think this is a little bit more inherent. Like, this is where maybe we got to go into the nuance, because I do find that some personalities just feel more drained. And yes, you can kind of like create a bigger battery for yourself, but I do think personality plays into this. And I think it's okay to accept that you are someone that has a smaller battery than other people, and you got to utilize that appropriately. Most speakers and developer advocates, I have been one, often enjoy the calmness when the meeting gets over. People don't realize everyone is putting in some effort, even though it may not feel that way. Yes. Sometimes it can look effortless. I think most people don't really know what introvert and extrovert really is. Extroverts are just more aware of their surroundings. Introverts are more aware of their internal mind. We need a mix. Yeah, and there are multiple aspects of it. I think that is one thing. Like something else to consider in terms of the differences. Let me keep reading. It's a skill, learn and practice it like a skill. So this is the thing. It's like, I do think there's a difference in personalities that can be a little bit more limiting at that moment in time, but this is a skill. And I'm not saying like every personality can become this extroverted person. Again, it depends on how we define it. Like this extroverted person where like you're the life of the party. You are constantly flowing in that conversation. You are constantly initiating conversation. I do think there are going to be some differences with people, but it does not mean it's still not a skill that you can build up. And if it's valuable, if you find that you're not building meaningful relationships like you had hoped, if you find that you aren't building the variety or the number of relationships that you had hoped, if your excuse of an introvert is causing you not to achieve what you want to achieve, understand this is a skill that you can continue to build up. Let me start by saying that work is not a social club. Everything you do at work is part of work. Talking to your colleagues about their life, it's part of work. You are building relationships which will help you out sometime later. No matter what role you play, you will always have to communicate and collaborate with others. If this is something you disagree with, you should go back to the drawing board and think deeply. I agree with that. Allow me to paint a picture. Ram and Shyam are two senior engineers and a team. I could have picked more modern characters, but in this world, Ram and Shyam are such classy names. How could I not pick them? Ram, likes to work alone, avoids collaboration, overlooks communications, career impact. Shyam likes to be transparent, keen to collaborate with others, values visibility and communication. Ram has been writing code for 5 years. He likes to sit in a cave and do his work. He has often rescued the team in situations with critical bugs. However, he's a bit shy and doesn't like to share what he is working upon. He'd rather disappear for a week to finish the work than collaborate with others. As a result, he is less visible to his colleagues and leadership. Shyam has been writing code for 5 years. You wouldn't call him a genius like Ram, but he asks excellent questions, not trying to be intentionally difficult, but he likes to ensure that everyone is on the same page. He likes to break down his 5 days of work in smaller chunks and often invites others to collaborate with them. He's good at being transparent and delegating. Likewise, he's always excited to do a demo and talk about his work with colleagues from different teams. As a result, he is more visible to everyone around him. The manager likes both equally, but when the budget is tight, he or she has to promote only one of them. Everyone favors Shyam slightly more than Ram. Natural biases. Ram, I mean, he's just more likable. Of course he's more like it's just obvious. Or Chi, I don't, Shyam, I don't know if that's, we'll just say Shyam is more likable. Of course. I don't think it's like, when people hear like biases, they hear like something negative. So I'm glad the word natural came into play, but like, yeah, Shyam's more likable. Ram learns about Shyam's promotion and feels a bit disappointed. He goes back home and says to himself, I am not an extrovert, consoles himself and moves on with life. You'll find these Rams and Shyams in almost every group in the world. The biggest misconception that Rams have is that they think communication skills can't be learned. And it gets more fun. Like, this is in so many areas of life. It just gets way more fun when you get better at things. All you CSS haters, get better at it. It'll become more fun for most of you. I promise you. But, like, things get more fun when you get better at it. It's just like, it's so true for so many things in life. It needs to be treated as a necessary skill. It has a direct impact on you, your family, and your career. Why wouldn't you do things or do what brings more prosperity back home? What's up, Yoru? How you doing? I met extroverts with social anxiety. They're super aware of every person that looks at them in a room. I'm glad I'm not like that. And yeah, I think when people think like extrovert, they think confidence too. Right? No. There are people that are just brave, that put themselves into situations regardless of their anxiety. They're brave. That's what being brave is. Despite fear, you do it anyways. Called out? What the heck? I bet Shyam was an introvert and so tried harder to interact. Probably. How's your back-end journey going? Well, it's fun. Back-end is fun, man. All right, so being outspoken does not mean, and so I'll kind of like remind you guys a little bit, but this week I am going to jump into an article. We're going to dive into the topic. Let's talk about it a bit, and then we're going to jump into Boot.dev. So, trying something new. So, being outspoken does not mean fast thinking. If you haven't heard the concept of fast thinking versus slow thinking, you should check out Thinking Fast and Slow. Here's a summary anyway. Our brains have two modes when it comes to making decisions. There's a fast part of the brain which makes most of the day-to-day decisions in an autopilot mode. For example, when brushing teeth, you don't plan out what quadrant of the teeth you should begin with. Yeah, yes I do. Wait, I do that. Am I weird? It also just happens while you think about the delicious breakfast you'll be having later. Slow thinking requires significantly high energy, but is responsible for most of the learning and high-quality work that you produce. Since fast thinking requires less energy, the brain ideally wants to do everything in this mode. All right, so outspoken. You add value but are annoying. Fast thinkers, danger zone for uncommunicative. Fast thinkers. Okay, so slow thinkers, bearable if you do good work. Outspoken, everyone wants to work with you. This graph is mostly inspired by engineers, but it applies to any high-skilled labor or someone in R&D. People like working with others who collaborate with them, but they also prefer those who think deeply when it's needed. While the concept of fast and slow thinking helps us understand the mental energy required for thoughtful collaboration, it also ties into another dynamic we often see, the front bencher vibes. I don't think they necessarily are annoying if they're outspoken. Are you saying like they don't filter their language? Like I don't know what this applies to. I don't see the point of this graph, to be honest. Like, let me read this again. Slow. Give me a summary of slow thinker. Or was it? Oh, right here. Significant energy, but is responsible for most of the learning and high quality work that you produce. So critical think, like, I don't like the words fast and slow. Critical thinkers. I don't know what I would label this. Outspoken. Sure. I think that like the chart is fine. I just don't like the labels, I think. You had to think about that? Do you take a moment to pick a random two to start with using a seed? Using a seed. What do you mean by that? So what I do, I start, well, I guess I have a pattern. I start with the bottom left, go over the very back, and then I just go underneath. First quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, and then I open up my teeth and I brush behind and behind, and then I close my teeth and I brush over the middle, and then I brush along the gums. I feel like that's not weird, right? Like I feel like I think about that pattern and I think about doing it the same every time. That's not weird, is it? Can you plot that on a coordinate plane? Yeah, when we get better with backend, we can do that. I've noticed I get tired pretty quickly when programming. Is that just a me problem, or is it because I'm new? Or it really does take a lot of energy? I don't know. We'll have to dig into that a bit. We could touch on that after the article. I'd be down for that. Actually, no, we could just touch on it now, I guess. I don't care. I've noticed I get tired pretty quickly when tired how? Like your mind? Well, like, is it your motivation? You just get sleepy? Like physically tired? Like what is it? But doing a pattern means you don't have to think about it. You're following an algorithm. You're not taking much to create a new way. I would... So that is new, though. I would say over the course of the last few weeks, I have not been doing that order, but I still think about the quadrant. Like last week, I probably was doing like the right side. And I was thinking about, okay, we got to go right bottom to left bottom, and then top, and then top. Again, I just think the fast thinking thing is just a bad label. Being an introvert in real life friendships. Some of you might be thinking this extrovert doesn't understand what it is like to be an introvert. Let me disprove that. A while ago, I wrote about BFS and DFS and friendships. It's inspired by the concept of breadth first search and depth first search when traversing trees. I think they're just talking about like surface level thinking and deep level thinking. Most long lasting friendships are often two introverts talking to each other and exploring each other's depths. As I grow older, I realize it's rare and precious. Making friends gets harder and harder. Okay. DFS friendships are like diving deep in a conversation about life at 3 a.m. BFS friendships, more like, so how's the weather? 10 times over, both have their charm. Okay. If you read the article or know me personally, you'll realize, we're not going to read it, that I am an extrovert on camera, but an introvert in real life. I find this lifestyle fascinating. Most high growth people I know closely are like this. Introvert, you mean? So like extrovert when they interact with people, and introvert off camera? I feel like there could be more clarification here. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know where this article's going towards the end. I don't know if I find it that helpful. I would like to emphasize more of this. Like, give me more of this. Dive into this. Teach introverts like how to do it, and kind of like really talk about the results of it, and try to relate it as much as you can to their actions. But I'm just not really sure where this article is going. What's up, MD? There's a real new pandemic. Everyone seems to be mentally ill or actually pretending to be. Like, depression did increase. Yeah. Pretend to have, like, autism, introvert, etc. Boomers. What? What? Are you talking about, like, just people like to self-label a lot more now? It is Zoomer sickness? I don't think so. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I've seen that from plenty of millennials. To be honest, this seems like a pretty brain dead article. Jeez, you guys are rough with this. I don't think it's brain dead. I just think I think there could have been more expanded on, like more actionable advice. But yeah, it just doesn't go that deep. Maybe some of these other articles go a bit deeper. I still get... When I go hard at it for long, or am I trying to learn concepts that are completely new to me and not giving it time to sink in? It can help to talk to someone about what you're learning, like a study. Oh, you're responding. Oh, sorry, I missed it. It feels like mental fatigue with physical signs like heavy eyes, but it's not motivation because I'm still learning persist. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. It could be your energy. Like, are you like doing like bad carb meals or sugary meals that can cause a crash? Are you like, is your caffeine take pretty bad where you're experiencing crashes with that? It could really just be your eating. Like you're focusing on it for a while and your energy is just not timed right for your study sessions and your coding sessions. That it could be that. It could be a lack of sleep. But it might use like a lot of brain power. Sometimes when you are challenged all the time, it could use a lot of brain power, which is why I highly recommend, like, if you're spending more than it, like if you're doing a full day worth of work, you probably shouldn't be spending more than an hour and a half learning. Like not going through a course. It should be a lot of coding on the side, a lot of building. It sucks your energy out. So if you're spending, if like you're doing an 8-hour day and you're spending an hour and a half of learning, that's quite a bit. It might not sound like it, but for a lot of people it is. So maybe it's like breaking up that learning a bit more. It could be a variety of things. Yeah, hydration is big. Yeah, very good point, Ram. Hydration is huge. Water gives you so much energy. And I highly recommend people try intermittent fasting, given if you're decently healthy. I think like most people can try it, but I don't know if there are some people that can't. Like if you deal with like blood sugar problems, I don't know. Talk to your doctor first. But but intermittent fasting can teach you about energy, just water and energy, and how your body feels with just getting enough water in for energy. Because you're like, if you're not getting enough water in while you're intermittent fasting, that is rough. That sucks. All of it is common sense and needs little to no advice. I don't think it's common sense. Here's the thing. I don't think this is common sense. And I would argue that I think it's more of like an encouragement article. But a lot of people do not think this, which is why I completely disagree with the common sense thing. Like a lot of people have misconceptions. He started with misconceptions, which I thought was awesome. He gave an example of 2 types of people, but like, yeah, started with misconceptions, kind of explained that and how it's a skill and how it's trained. And you would be surprised at how many people do not know this and especially have not internalized this. I'm saying it could be more effective, but I think it just like loses its significance as it goes on. Let's finish the article. Your mileage will vary. You can always find people who are more extroverted or introverted than you. Instead of hiding behind some sort of pride and a personality trait, you should recognize the necessary skills and learn them, especially at work. That being said, slow thinking and collaboration goes a long way. I would love to see like an expansion of this. I would. I'd like to see an expansion of this of like how you can go about like training your mindset to be able to push yourself into an uncomfortable zone and talk about that. Because really it's just about like a lot of people have social anxiety and it's just about like being comfortable, being uncomfortable. And that's the skill that you're building, which will apply to this specific thing, which can make you a little bit more extroverted as you practice. Get up to walk around every half an hour can wake you up a bit. Oxygen to the brain. Yeah. I mean, like what is that 25-minute thing? Pomodoro technique. It can help just getting up, especially with the computer. Your eyes can strain. Like if you feel like your eyes closing, like maybe your room isn't lit well. You just have a very bright screen. Like look away, right? Look at long distance, like just get up, walk around the house, then look out the window, get some vitamin D, just a tiny bit, with the sun facing window. This screen will definitely, It's harsh on your eyes because it's straining on your eyes. All right. That's it. Cool. We get to dive in. Simple article, just like that. And we'll do 2 more on Thursday and Friday. But I think like this author, I don't know, he, she, I don't see the author's name, so I'm going to link the article in the description. Actually, it should be linked already. And then we'll do 2 more articles on Thursday and Friday. But I think the topic's good. And I think the point I agree with. Like, a lot of people feel like they're just stuck in introversion and being an introvert. And, like, it just keeps so many people back because a lot of our career progress is going to be with social interactions and building meaningful connections like that. And if you are someone that, like, just does not want to connect with people and you're sour about it, like you just don't feel like you're a social person, I'm going to challenge you. You probably could be a happier person, and you probably need to build some better habits and squash some bad ones. I don't think you need to be this social butterfly and meet as many people as possible. But if you're not even willing to build meaningful relationships, like really deep ones, then there might be something else going on. And again, talk to a therapist, meditate, work out. Working out is amazing for mental health. It's so amazing. Like, a lot of people would just be much more grounded, less anxiety, happier, less depressed by just creating a workout routine and sticking with it. High intensity cardio is huge for that. I feel like over the past 20 years, soft skills have been overlooked, with most of the focus shifting to technical skills, but I think that's going to change with AI. I think that has already drastically changed. Like, drastically changed with most companies, where soft skills, especially among software engineers, is highly valued. I've already seen it like a really drastic change. There might be some companies where you could still kind of like sit in that corner and just be this elitist dev that ends up solving the problems and ends up, getting their features done and their work done. But I just feel like it's been so valuable ever since I was in the industry. It probably is a combination of needing better diet, learning new concepts, and too much caffeine. Easily 8 teas per day. That's crazy. What teas, though? Are we talking about like green tea, or are we talking about like black tea? Because that's a big caffeine difference. It really depends. All right, cool. We ready for some Boot.dev? Where are we at with ads? Oh, we still got 24 minutes? Dude, we are killing it. We just knocked that article out of the park. But anyways, I'll link it in the description on my YouTube. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to post it in... I've got to create a good habit of, like, trying to credit the authors. Usually post it in the description, but I should post it in chats, too. And if you guys have any web dev career questions, anything like that, you want to chill talk, feel free to chat in between lessons with Boot.dev. I am going to... check out chat. Wait, they labeled this differently. There it is. So here is the article. Have you watched Tech Lead video about H1B and coding is dead? No. Like, I would react to his content, but he likes to be a little tiny baby and copyright strike people, from what I understand, or he likes to threaten with that. So I don't mess with children that do that kind of shit. Like, I'm not risking my channel when someone's gonna act like a man child like that. I didn't agree with some of his takes, but I can't like really react to it, and I usually just look at dev content on stream now. So black tea always... Yo, that's crazy. Black tea has so much caffeine. That is crazy. So you should check, like, you might be lactose intolerant, possibly. That can drain you a bit. And just watch how much milk you're consuming. But also, like, caffeine crashes, man. That's crazy. Wags Lane has followed on Twitch. What's up, man? What's up? About to dive into some Boot.dev. Oh, yo, I actually just posted a feature request. Yo, people reacted. Let's go. I hope that feature request gets implemented, because I want to gather as many chests as I can. Sounds like they're bad at taking feedback. Who? You mean tech lead or Boot.dev? Yeah, I don't know. I probably mentioned someone. Who are we talking about, Tuba? All right, let's go. We ready for some Boot.dev? All right, let's do it. We're back. We're back. Probably tech lead. I don't know. Tech lead just baits. He's just he just baits all the time. I don't mind a little baiting. It can be entertaining, but it's like I learn nothing from his videos at this point. I think it's literally just all baiting. It's so boring to me. Like, one thing I like about content creators that are a bit controversial, like, they'll split it up. They'll give some educational stuff. And yeah, they'll give some educational stuff, and then they'll like do a video that kind of triggers some people. And that could be interesting, right? Keep it spicy a little bit, but dude, it's like constant baiting videos. It's so cringe and boring. Oh, you reacted to the thing? Yo, let's go. All right, cool. Let's dive in. Yo, wait, hold up. I didn't do this. Did they adjust it? Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. Vernon, thanks for the sub, man. Welcome. No way. I'm pretty sure Lane just pushed that update. Let's go. We're rolling forward. Let's go. All right, we're stacking it up. Tuba, I get it. It's going to trigger you. You're going to see this number rise and rise and rise. I don't know what to tell you. I can't help it. Every time I try to click on this, nothing happens. I don't know. This is like a bug on my computer. It's just on my end. Don't worry about it. But we're going to see how high that number goes. And yeah. So let's dive in. Learn Linux. So I do got to say, I've said this before. I actually like this course. It's pretty chill. Number go up indeed. All right. So grep. You might be used to... Oh, wait. We need... Hold up. Don't copy. Don't steal any of my information. Loading some stuff. Command not... Command not... That is sus as fuck. What? Guys? What is this? What is this? Have I been hacked? That is sus as fuck. All right. Let's go. Well, we will learn more about the command line to see if I've been hacked. All right, here we go. Let's enlarge. All right. Let's go to the projects. C projects. CD World Bunk. All right, let's go. Try opening a new terminal. I'll try it after. Yeah, I probably should. Let's go. grep. You might be used to nice graphical interfaces that allow you to search for text and files, usually with Control F and Command F. But what about when you're working on a... Dude, it went back down! Dude, I swear Lane is trolling. I swear. Dude, I know it sounds insane. I'm 99% sure Lane is trolling. I'm 99% sure he's trolling. He has to be. I'm going insane. All right, so you might be used to a nice graphical interfaces that allow you to search for the text, Control F, Command D, or Command F. But what about when you're working on a terminal? As it turns out, once you're used to it, searching for text files on a CLI can be much faster than using a GUI. The grep command. The grep command allows you to search for text in files. It has a ton of capability and will only be scratching the surface of its true power. Basic usage. The most basic use for grep is to search for a string in a file. For example, if we want to search for the word hello in the file words, we can run grep hello words. This will print out every line in words.txt that contains the word hello. It's a case-sensitive search, so it will only match hello, not these two. Applications often write their logs to files on disk. These logs can contain useful information about what the application is doing and can also be used to debug problems. As a security auditor, you need to dig through these logs to find any evidence of suspicious activity. Use the grep command to find any lines with the text critical, all caps and world. All right, let's do it. Critical. Cool. It's not blocking it. Cool. Grep critical, and we're doing world. Nope, we're already in that. So private logs in 2024. 0.log. Boots is loose in the server room. The server is on fire. Please evacuate. This is actually funny. Okay, this is funny. I like that. Paste the output of the grep command. Wait. What? Wait. No, okay, it was just a copy and paste. Don't delete anything. What just happened? I got spooked. Oh, let me put this in here. If you have web dev career questions, feel free to ask in chat. Pin that. Pin. And there we go. All right. Let's move on. Grep multiple files. You can also search multiple files at once. For example, if we wanted to search for the word hello in hello.txt and hello2.txt, we could run grep hello, hello.txt, hello2.txt. Cursor search. You can also search an entire directory, including all subdirectories. For example, to search for the word hello in the current directory and all subdirectories, grep recursive hello. And that's in the current directory. Is it, why would it be like, I mean, it's command line, right? Wait, no. Oh, I'm editing. Get out of that, I think. That's current directory? That's considered current, like not this or that? No, that's root. I'm thinking of like JavaScript. All right, so we do, we're going to grep critical in the logs directory. So grep, we're going to try two greps. We're going to try recursive, private, whoops, nope, critical. And we're going to do private logs. Okay. Cool. So grep. Can we do single quotes? Critical. I want to try it. Why not? We can't do this, right? We have to have either multiple file names or we got to do the -r. Is it direct? Okay, okay. Well, we did that already, so let's Let's go. Regarding the command not found, you have Angular CLI installed. What do you mean regarding the command not found? Was that the original error when I said I was hacked? I found a use for grep for the first time today. I grep to see if I was using a function anywhere. Turns out I wasn't, so was able to clean up my code. Let's go. That's a win, Tuba. Hell yeah. Yep, I do have Angular CLI installed. I do. So does it just need an update, or why would that cause it? I am learning Angular. That very well could be it. Let's go. Define command is a powerful tool for finding files and directories by name, not by their contents. Okay. Let's say you're looking for a file named hello.txt somewhere in your home directory. You can use define command to search for exactly that title. Okay, so there's no -r for this. It's going to be tricky to remember that. So find your directory. We have to do -name. Because we could probably search for a bunch of other stuff, I'm guessing. The find command can also search for files that match a pattern. For example, if you want to find all files that end in .txt, you could run *txt. The star character is a wildcard that matches anything. If you're trying to find file names that contain a specific word, you can use the star character to match the rest of the file name. Cool. You've been tipped off that fraudulent activity seems to happen often with joint accounts. Joint means accounts that have more than one owner. Use define command to search the world-long public products directory for all files that contain the word joint in their name. Paste the output of your find command into the input field and submit it. Okay, so we have find directory, so it's public products and then -name. And then contain the word joint in the name. So like we should do this, right? Or this. Because like we could do this. Okay, I think. Okay, we need that. Okay, I was right the first time. Paste the output to this. All right, cool. Let's do it. Do you know exactly what it is, Yoru? I mean, like, that's just helpful initially, so you don't have to know, but I'm kind of curious, like, what that was with Angular CLI. All right, we are on permissions. Let's go. Permissions is something I've like always struggled with, and especially when it comes to like creating new users and assigning them to databases with the proper permissions. I always botch this. And I'm always using sudo because I don't like dealing with permissions. So I do feel like, excuse me. I do feel like permissions is something I want to get more comfortable with. What's up, Mohammed? Hey, Don, just want to say hi and a big fat thanks for these streams. You're welcome, man. Glad you're enjoying them. Hello to you as well. Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah, we're going to stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm going to try to actually show up at 4 p.m. Central Time on Thursday. What? Oh, man, today is just off. Last night was busy. I missed a one-on-one today. I rarely do that. I was so irritated at myself. But I rescheduled it for this evening. But today was just off, man. Like, I just was so slow with everything. I think I need to stick with a specific schedule. I used to think that I operated successfully without rigidity, without a schedule. And I have found that I am so much more efficient and better at my day when I have a schedule. Even though it can feel stressful to stick with it, I cannot branch out of it. I come up with a schedule the day before, or I come up with a week schedule. I stick with it. Dude, I knock things out of the park. I'm so productive. I'm trying different stuff to see like what works for me and like the timing. Because I've been trying I've just been trying to rework my day a little bit and focus on certain things a little bit earlier and then certain things a little bit later. So I'm playing around with it a bit. I like my new schedule, but I have to stick with it. Are my chat messages being sent? No. The last message I see is yep. Yeah, no. I'm not even seeing them in the mod logs. YouTube will do that. You got to keep that in mind. Twitch is always like... Twitch is good about that. YouTube has their own like auto mod thing, and it just captures whatever the hell it thinks it should. Some Python scripts need permissions to be changed to run them. I often forget. Then remember after half hour of trying to debug. Oh no. You'll eventually stop forgetting, right? I really like mornings for learning. It means I can mull over what I'm learning throughout the... Mornings are really good for learning. Like, you're going to have most of your creative energy and most of your... Creative energy can come at different times out of the day. But you're going to have most of your brain power. Like, I think that's the simplest way to put it, in the morning. Not right when you wake up, but in the morning. That's why, like, checking email and stuff like that is just a waste of time in the morning, in my opinion. I check all my email and DMs and stuff usually in the evening. And in fact, like, me doing the social media stuff in the morning is probably a waste of my time. But I don't know. I'm having trouble, like, coming up with the perfect schedule. I sent you a link on Discord. No idea it will help. This might help. Okay, yeah, okay, you're kind of just linking it. I appreciate that. I'll look into that. Thank you. That's cool that you identified that that's an Angular thing. Yeah, that's really helpful. Yeah, you can always come over to Twitch. Yoru, you are more than welcome on Twitch. What's up, Jessa? How you doing, man? Don't know if I remember the pass. You don't? Oh, no. Remember your pass on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is chill. Do you prefer more traffic over on Twitch or YouTube? Twitch. 100% Twitch. YouTube, it doesn't matter. Not that much. So YouTube is about... You are more than welcome on YouTube. But YouTube is about... connecting with my audience. It doesn't grow my streams at all for the live streams. Sometimes it will if I do an event or I do like a job search stream. Like a ton of people subscribe after that. Sometimes with Q&As. But, you know, we get pretty candid. Sometimes I'll get like 5 unsubscribes in a Q&A, or sometimes I'll get like 15 subscribes. It's like, it's totally random. And I could like be going unhinged in both of them, and I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea, which is why I just say whatever the hell I want to say, because I don't know what's going to happen. I just speak to you candidly. But Twitch follows significantly increase my reach, much more than YouTube at least. YouTube's a little bit more targeted with the right type of audience. Twitch has no good system for that, and they just... You gotta get viewers. That's it. You know? But yeah, you're welcome on either one. All right, I'm over here. Welcome, Jessa. Welcome to the dark side. Man, we got some sweet VIP icons going off. All right, users. Jake Yoru is now following on Twitch. He just remembered his password. Let's go. Unix-like systems, like the one you're using, support multiple users. Each user has their own home directory, their own files, and their own permissions. If you're like most people these days, you're the only user on your machine. It used to be more common for multiple people to share a single computer. I remember those days. Dude, I hogged my machine. Dude, I controlled that computer. I remember my mom just did not want to go on the computer after work. She was so sick of the computer. So, like, I think that computer was mine. Or for multiple people to do their own work on the same computer over the network. Sudo. The sudo keyword lets you run a command as a super user. It's short for super user do. To use it, you'll need a password with super user privileges, which you should already have if you're the only user of your machine. Some people are pedantic and pronounce sudo as sudo. Others are correct and pronounce it as sudo. Sudo? What? Sudo. How do you read this and pronounce it as this? Super user do. Super do sudo. Oh. But that sudo is sudo. No. It's sudo. No, sudo grants unrestricted access and risks system damage. Listen, dude, I feel like in streams, I don't get anything done. I get distracted easily. You guys see how distracted I get? If I can get through this, like, what excuse do you have for not doing it? Sudo grants unrestricted access and can risk system damage if you don't know what you're doing. All commands in this course are safe, but other commands should be reviewed before running with sudo. Run the whoami command to see which user you're logged in as. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Run the same command as root. You'll be prompted for your password. Enter it. Copy and paste the output. Hold on. I don't know what kind of stuff this leaks. I don't trust you guys. Wait. Well, hold up. I don't know my password. Oh, root. Okay, I'm just checking. Chill out. All right, there we go. Root. You'll be prompted for your password. Enter it. Copy and paste the output of the command into the input box and submit. Let's go. Obligatory XLCD. Dude, I'm not clicking on shit if you don't. What? I don't know what I'm clicking on. Give a better description. Distracted, great if we play with things. Exploring is fun. I agree. Hell yeah. 100%. Like, we gotta play with coding. We gotta have fun. We gotta break some stuff. 100%. You know what I want to do as I'm getting distracted again? And I blame you guys for it. What I want to do is, like, I have Amazon Alexa. No, hold. Alexa, stop. Fuck, I am so stupid. I am so stupid. I have Amazon Alexa. And its AI is just garbage. Right? Its AI is terrible. I want to just, like, build a little mini computer that connects to the internet, hits, like, ChatGPT or something like that, just some AI, or even, like, get a local LLM, put it on there somehow. I think I use LM Studio, I think it's called, LM Studio. And I ask it mischievous things locally instead of asking ChatGPT. But I want to build that on something and just have some voice translation and just be able to talk to it like you would talk to ChatGPT. I think that'd be cool. Because the Amazon Alexa is just complete trash. Like, it's horrible. I think it'd be fun to build, like, a little speaker like that. Got it. In Pass Manager, it turns out had to verify phone number. Oh, okay. Though I needed to wait 10 minutes to chat, but I'm there. Nice. All right. Well, welcome, man. She can, dude, she's always listening. Always listening. It's horrible. Absolutely horrible. All right. Let's go. Oh, we got a video. All right. Shh. Everyone quiet. Quiet in chat. Let's do this. Wait. Hold up. Hold. Hold. Let's go.
In a Unix-based operating system like macOS or Linux, all files and directories have a set of permissions associated with them. Now, there are two ways that we break down those permissions. The first is who has the permission. The second is what permission do they have. Now, in regard to the what, any user accessing a file or a directory may or may not have access to read it, write to it, or execute it. Now, all of those permissions, both the who and the what, are represented by a 10-character string. The first character is always either a D or a dash. If it's a D, all that means is this is a directory. If it's a dash, it just means this is a file. The next three characters, R, W, X, represent the three permissions that we talked about: read, write, and execute. And the
We're going to watch that again. I just had a moment where my mind went elsewhere. I have total ADHD brain right now. Hold up. Let me focus. What the fuck was that done? All right, play.
In a Unix-based operating system like macOS or Linux, all files and directories have a set of permissions associated with them. Now, there are two ways that we break down those permissions. The first is who has the permission. The second is what permission do they have. Now, in regard to the what, any user accessing a file or a directory may or may not have access to read it, write to it, or execute it. Now, all of those permissions, both the who and the what, are represented by a 10-character string. The first character is always either a D or a dash. If it's a D, all that means is this is a directory. If it's a dash, it just means this is a file. The next three characters, R, W, X, represent the three permissions that we talked about: read, write, and execute. And the who that they apply to is the owner of the file or directory. The owner is usually just the user that created it, but it can be changed manually. Now, this RWX section can have several different states. Each permission can either be granted, in which case the letter is present, or it can be a dash, in which case the permission is not granted. So, for example, RWX means that the owner can read, write, and execute, while R-X means that they can only read and execute, but not write. And R-, means that they can only read. Finally, this set of RWX permissions is just repeated twice more. The next set applies to the group instead of the owner, and the last set applies to everyone else. So to break down a full 10-character string, let's take the example of D, RWX, R-X, R-. The D means that this is a directory. The RWX means that the owner can read, write, and execute. The R-X means the group can read and execute. And the R-, just means that everyone else can only read this directory.
Who's the group? That's what I want to know. Ask Alexa about sub-goal ideas, but they're not as good as ours. No, they're not as good. There's no way Alexa's going to compete. So I don't have Alexa in this room, but Alexa's definitely listening. I have Alexa in the 2 rooms surrounding me. So I think if I say it at this volume, I'm good. Oh, we're good. All right, let's break down each character. The first one just tells you whether you're looking at a file or a directory. Okay, so regular file, directory. The next 9 characters are broken up into 3 sets of RWX and represent the permissions themselves for the owner, group, and others. Each group of 3 represents the permissions for reading, writing, and executing in order. So for example, RWX, all permissions, RW- read and write, but not execute, and R-X, read and execute, but not write. The first 3 characters are owner permissions. The owner is usually just the user who created the file or directory, but it can be manually changed. The next 3 characters are group permissions. Unix-like systems support groups of users, and a file or directory can be assigned. So it'd be like administrators, or it'd be like, well, administrator would probably have access to everything, right? I don't know. It'd be like authors, security. I don't know. Maybe these are like bad group names, but that's what I'm thinking of. So you have like a ton of people that can access a server, and each of these users just have, like, they're in a group. Like you have 3 security people there, you have 3 developers there. That's what I'm thinking. To be honest, unless you're a system administrator, you won't often worry about groups. Okay, well, should have kept reading. The last 3 characters are other permissions. This is everyone else. In my experience, when you're doing programming work on your own local machine, you mostly just care about the owner permissions because that's usually you. Here are some full examples. File where everyone can do everything. Actually, I'm not going to look at these. I'm just going to look at these. So this is a file where owner can do everything. Group cannot write, and everyone cannot write. So only the owner can write. File where everyone can read and execute, but only the owner can write. And then this is a directory where owner can do everything. No write access besides the owner. Just for a directory. A directory where everyone can read ls, the contents, and execute cd into it, but only the owner can write, modify the contents. So drwx is owner can do everything, everyone else fuck you. Directory where only the owner can read, write, and execute. Which permissions allow everyone to read? It's RWX. This. Let's go. Been here for a minute, just had a walk to the optometrist. Oh, okay. Hope everything's okay. Wait, you do wear glasses, don't you? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have Jessa back on Twitch. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, no pressure, Jessa. Like, if you're just chilling, you can just chill. But again, like, if you're going to be active in the community, I don't mind making you a mod again. It's up to you. But it is good to see you more active. All right, let's go. Ooh, we got another video. Wait, is that the same one? Yes. Which permissions allow the owner to execute? Okay, easy. Let's go. We're just flying through these. Changing permissions. The chmod command lets you change the permissions of a file or directory. It's short for change mode. I wish it was called change permissions, but alas. As part of the security audit, you need to know who has access to files in the private directory. The ls command has a -l option, lowercase l, that will print out the permissions of each file and directory in long format. Okay. Well, cool. Dude, I like this stuff. I do. List of files in the directory along with their permissions using LSL. Change the permissions of the private directory and all of its contents so that the owner can read. chmod. Wait, are you telling me how to do it? I feel like show me first and then let me do it. It'd be fun to join the fam again for sure. Yeah, I mean, I could do it right now. Do you want to? I mean, obviously, you're welcome back. You were just, you know, had a bunch of kids. Busy. Super busy. So, yeah, cool. Let's do it. Awesome. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Can I mod you with just this? Yeah, I can. Yo, there we go on Twitch. Let me mod you on YouTube. Dude, YouTube channel activity is so broken, man. So broken. Can you just, like, I know it's kind of redundant, but can you just verify that Jessa Mystic, the one in chat, is your account? Like, verified on Twitch. -R means whatever they're... -R means whatever they're inside the folder, recursively changing all the... Yeah, I know what -R is. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, is... Okay, cool. Let me do that. Add as moderator. Yeah, no problem. We've had people pretend they were you before, so... standard moderator. Add users. There we go. Save. We'll pop you as a mod on Discord. Have you typed in chat lately? Roles. Where are you? Moderator. Cool. All right, cool. All right, cool. Your mod. Let's go. Welcome back. I remember that naughty dude. That was so unhinged. That person was so triggered. Oh, he was so triggered. I think he honestly was triggered just because I banned him. Because of, like, we were playing like a WoW stream or something like that. I don't even know. It was so stupid. Good vibes on Twitch, better than YouTube. Really? I don't know. I feel like YouTube's pretty chill, but welcome, Jake. Welcome to Twitch. Welcome to the dark side. Happy Tuesday. What's up, Frozen? How you doing? It was kind of I thought it was entertaining. I was worried, like, I don't know how other people are going to take that, but, like, one thing I like about the mods that I select, you guys, like, have you guys are trolls yourself a bit, I think. You don't take stuff personally. I feel like that's such a good trait as a mod. It's such a good trait. Because we all know I trigger some people, and we're going to get some people trying to troll, for sure. Is I'm not an introvert, so I can't be a good coder a good excuse? No. No. Me troll? Yeah, I don't know. I'm tripping, Sync. I don't know what I'm saying. You would never troll, ever. Sense of humor that matches your own. Yep. I think when using ls-l, the first name is the owner, the second name is the group. Yep. So in yours, the owner is streaming. Yep. And the group is staff, but I might... Why would it be... Oh, I didn't even look at the results. Yep. Streaming. Yep. And I guess I'm staff. Like, that's administrator? Presence of music itself makes better vibes than YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's just quiet, right? Like, you got to play your own music for sure. It's good music over here. Pretty chill. Do we have like 6? That's interesting. We have like no viewers on YouTube. We're going to try 2 more streams with the article in the beginning. But again, I don't think YouTube does well when you mix stuff up. It needs to be exclusively that event. So we'll see how it does. Maybe like if I get the timing off, because usually I go live at 4, if I get the timing off, sometimes YouTube will get shaky with who it pushes it out to, but we'll see. All right, cool. So in the commit, okay, so what are we doing? Black Ghost, welcome on YouTube. Thanks for the sub, man. As part of your security audit, we did the ls-l list of files, change the permissions of the private directory and all of its contents so that you can the command u. Okay, so it's kind of just like walking us through. That's fine. All right, so r, it's going to recursively go through everything, and then we have, what is u? What the fuck? U means user, owner, group means group. Why? Why do we have to do it this way? O means others, the equals means set the permission to the following, and the RWX means read, write, execute, and the G equals and O equals mean set group and other permissions to nothing. The -R means recursively, which means do this to all the contents of the directory as well. Be sure to replace directory with the path of the private directory. Remember, period is a special alias for the current directory. Once you've changed the permissions, run the ls-l command again. Make sure paste the 10-character permission string of the updated private directory. Okay, why can't we just do this? Like, why am I doing something different? Why can't we just do directory? Oh, because it'd be the permission of the directory? Why can't we do this for files? Like all files and then... Can we just do this? Directory? Okay, so read, write, execute. The owner can read, write, execute. And then the group can do nothing. And then others can do nothing. Can we do this? Do we hit enter? You as the owner, it's confusing. Yeah, that is confusing. I'm gonna hit it. 3, 2, 1. Fuck. Why? Okay, so you are WX G equals O equals directory. Oh. Okay, so we have to do it that way if we want to recursively do all the files. I think that's the thing. I'm definitely not going to remember all this, for sure. But that's okay. We'll refresh. So let's do ls-l. We're in the private directory. We do see that the permissions have changed for all files. So let's copy total. Paste a 10-character permission string. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we gotta get rid of these, I think. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. What? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says 10. Oh, wait, 10 character of the updated private directory. So how do we get the permissions of a single directory? So it's giving us all the permissions of all the files in that directory. How do we get permissions of... Paste a 10-character permission string of the updated private directory into the input field. I'm going to load up a tip on this one. If you're using... I don't care about that. That doesn't help. You know what? Let's use some boots. Yo. So. We list the contents. There's no way to input this into this. We're going to file permissions. What is wrong about my output? The command you ran. The output you received. So I'm supposed to do a got it outside of private. Have you tried listing the content? But it's... Why'd you say listing the contents of private? Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. T Carcass, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do, right? I think this is more of like... I mean, would this be all of this? I think this is more of like me probably not reading the specific instructions and kind of assuming like, oh, we want to change the permissions of all files. So I'm assuming you would want the results of all files. The fuck? Private directory. You're thinking, well, it's a 10, oh, it's 10 characters. Maybe I should just like read. It literally says 10 characters. Yeah, 10 character permission string. Okay. That makes more sense. Yo, we did it. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. I just didn't read. Can you have spaces in the permissions command? I don't know. Like this with the commas? I don't know. I do think that's kind of confusing to change all of these files. Can you like have... it'd be weird, but could you have the folder itself with the permissions that is this, but the files in that folder have more open permissions? Like, that would be weird, but yeah, so we basically changed the permissions of all the files, and I think by default, that changed the permissions of the folder. I think that's what happened. Would it be weird if they wanted your file paths with your username? Yeah, that's very true. Me every chapter, if I just read the whole assignment and didn't just assume I'd be further along. Hell yeah. Dude, I do that sometimes. Hell yeah. So, are you having fun with your adventure? That's what matters. I am not someone that's incredibly efficient with my learning. I could be. I just don't care, man. Like, I just have fun going through it slowly. I'll play around with it. I'll get lost. We'll come back. But I keep making progress. I think, like, that's the main thing. Just making progress and having fun with it. You gotta have fun with it. You have to. You can use a file name instead of the directory. I mean, yeah, we could, but like, I guess what's the relevance? What are you getting at? File name instead of the directory. For what? Okay, I think that's it. I want to grab something to eat before I do my one-on-one. But I will really try to be live 4 p.m. Thursday. Again, what I want to do is we're going to go over an article Thursday. So here's what we're going to do. First 15 minutes, we're chilling on Twitch. We're talking. We go live on YouTube, do the article, then we do Boot.dev. I want to try that 2 more times. We'll see how it goes. I have a feeling YouTube won't like it, but we'll try it and see how it works. Same sliders for dinner. Ooh, that's going to be a good, tasty dinner. I think it means that you can change the permission of a specific file inside the folder. Yeah, you could definitely do that. All right, cool. Well, hey, thanks for chilling. Thanks for hanging out. I will be live Thursday, and I'll see you guys then. If you haven't already, feel free to join Discord. We're chilling in Discord. Definitely would love regulars of the streams in Discord. But, yeah. All right. I'm tired. I need food. Have a good one. See you later. Good luck on all of your projects, and happy coding. Take care.